There we
We're
go.
live!
Hey!
Hello, everyone. Welcome to ComicsPriceGuide.com presents Tales from the Geek. I am Aaron the Mechanic.
I am B the Dova Queen.
And I'm just Bobby. It's good to hear from everybody this week.
And we made it. I hit start and it took like 5 minutes, so we were just chatting away. I can't wait to go see what really happened. There's probably like a minute of us going like this.
They'll be doing they'll see the thing. It would be great.
Yeah, our little hand gestures and
yeah,
totally.
Anyways,
is vibing.
Yeah.
Vibing, yep.
But we've got some news, right? We've got some comics. We got some
have
stuff happening.
Absolutely, some fun stuff.
Well, first off, happy First Contact Day for all my Trekkie friends.
Woo! Woo!
Long and
Wait,
prosper, my dudes.
True.
Which First Contact are we dealing with right now? Because they're like technically 3 or 4 based off of like timeline shenanigans.
Totally, but today is like First Contact Day in pop culture. The way it's like, so be with you, or
And Zephyrin Cockram's warp engine test. Gotcha. Okay.
Sure.
Hey,
Sure,
I know
accurate.
I know.
Yeah.
Sorry, but yeah. So it's good to know.
Yeah, absolutely. So there is a lot of fun stuff happening in the Star Trek universe right now. So on Picard, which has been running, we do have 6 familiar faces have hit up the season 3 lineup in honor of First Contact Day, as Star Wars unofficial holiday. So I guess spoilers if you don't care. Hey, yes. Tommy, what's up?
Hey, Tommy. And Star Trek. Star Trek is fit.
Yeah, we're trekking out, man.
Good.
We're trekking out.
I heard worse.
Here we go. I'm just saying, like, you know who was in The Next Generation, so I feel like some things shouldn't necessarily be a surprise, but here we go. I'm going to list off. We have LeVar Burton, Michael Dorn, Jonathan Frakes, Gates McFadden, Marina Sirtis, and Brett Spiner will be joining the cast of Star Trek Picard Season 3, alongside, of course, Patrick Stewart. And this will conclude the chapter of the Star Trek Picard saga. So this is like
the end of the season? The end of that story. Okay, 3-season story.
Yeah.
Okay.
I love Next Gen so much, so that's fun.
I mean, Jonathan Frakes, Riker has been on the show before. Yeah. I think Brett Spiner had a character before this, but I could be wrong about that. I might have just be thinking about upcoming stuff. So that's a lot of fun faces to finally see again. Worf is great, and I miss him.
Yeah. So, well, if you don't want to miss this, you can definitely watch Picard. It's streaming on Paramount Plus in the U.S. Weekly episodes drop on Thursdays. So
Can't wait for next month, says Tommy. Understand.
Look at that. Yeah, understandable. Mm-hmm. So yes, once again, happy Contact Day, First Contact Day. Moving on. So E3 2022, probably not a surprise to too many people, but it was canceled.
Yep.
So yes, the ESA has confirmed that it is canceled. The news broke via tweet, but honestly, I don't think anybody in gaming is that shocked.
Surprised.
No. Just a little insider feeling from me. I don't think I was that surprised. But their statement was, "We will devote all of our energy and resources to delivering a revitalized physical and digital E3 experience next summer in 2023." So
are they not even gonna attempt to do a digital playthrough? Like,
not this year. It doesn't sound like
have they done one previously?
Last year, I thought, right?
During pandemic?
They did one for 2020, and it was just kind of not great. And then there was not one last year. It got canceled because it was in person. Yeah. And I don't know if you remember the debacle of people needing refunds and whatnot. And I think
I remember hearing about that.
Yeah, I think now a lot of video game companies and publishers are having their own
little mini ones. That's
mini E3s. So I don't know. It might just be the end of it. I think we're gonna probably still see PAXs around, but I don't know. Who knows? Maybe this time next year
Yeah, or
it'll be huge.
Maybe it'll just change the way that they're doing it. Maybe they'll need a fresh approach because what was pulling the masses won't pull the masses anymore.
Maybe they'll do kind of what PAX does with the split and their like multiple conferences across the country. Maybe that happens. Who knows?
We'll see.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Remains to be seen. But so moving on. I'm excited about this. Again, we all knew about it, but we just have to touch on it. Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Woo!
It's coming. It has Ian McGregor, and we are getting 2 episodes on release day. So get some popcorn, pull up that blanket. Let's go.
2 episodes. That's more than 1.
I literally was just thinking about the fact that I had just unlocked Obi-Wan Kenobi in the Lego Star Wars Skywalker Saga game.
What good timing.
Talk about that. Yeah.
It was just dropped. I was huge fan. But yeah.
Yeah. And it got an 8 out of 10 on IGN, Lego Star Wars. And I know that. I mean, those are just so fun. No one's looking like, yes, Voodoo Lily. 2 episodes.
2 episodes. Absolutely.
2, not just 1, but 2.
Yes, and they will both be released on Friday, May 27th. Rather, the original date was May 25th, but you get 2 instead of 1. So I'll wait 2 days,
No, that makes sense. That's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Totally. So
the name, Bobby, you having fun?
I'm having a good time. An 8 out of 10 is better than Lego's been doing recently because a lot of people felt like it had hit a formula, and that formula had reached the point of no longer working.
So they broke the formula.
Yeah, broke the formula.
Yeah.
OB hype is real.
It is real. I agree.
It is very real.
And I just want to say the cast is really cool too. So yes, we have Ewan McGregor, but it's also been announced. Joel Edgerton, if you don't know him, he's an awesome actor. But also Kumail Nanjiani is in it, and Moses Ingram. Those 3 are just incredible actors. I just cannot wait to see them alongside the most wonderful Ewan McGregor. It's just the Obi hype is indeed real. Very excited.
That's gonna be sick. That's gonna be real sick.
So excited. Like some bittersweet news, I suppose, but I do think that we should talk about it. Fortnite has been doing a fundraiser to help those in Ukraine. And Ukrainian refugees, and they have contributed $144 million to help the war in Ukraine for humanitarian relief.
That's amazing.
That's awesome. The total was made in just 2 weeks, and then it's coming from Epic, but that's just really lovely. I think
absolutely,
that's really great.
That's huge. That's huge.
Yeah, all those what is the dance that you flossing and the weird that was for something after all. So
there were reasons.
Very sweet. And now on to I guess some like boo news. Pull out the Rotten Tomatoes. We're gonna throw them at the screen.
Absolutely.
Morbius. Although I will say it scored the worst of all Marvel films. First of all,
wait, how far back are we going for that? Because there are some real stinkers.
All of the new MCU
since Iron Man.
Yes, since
Iron Man. Okay. Because I'm like,
I think most of those were really good, so that's kind of hard to judge by.
I mean, but there's also Fanforstic in there, so that's a thing.
Yeah, so very unfortunate. Although, despite all of that, I think people are just so ready to go to the movies that it still got #1 at the box office. So
wow.
Yeah, but isn't it on life support? Didn't it like drop a lot even from #1?
Yeah, it still got. Well, I guess. Look, so here.
#1 is like
Hey, Joseph. Welcome.
How's it going?
Welcome.
It's going.
We're
necessitating a show. It's all
basically the budget to make the film, and this is like the golden standard, right? You want to aim to
make
make that back within your first weekend.
Because otherwise, why did you
exactly
do it?
Yeah, absolutely.
You don't want to break even. You want to earn more. So they haven't broken even yet. So the budget was $75 million to produce, and the domestic box office victory this past weekend was $39.1 million. So I'm sure they'll hit it.
Right.
It's just not amazing, I think.
And it's a Marvel movie. This is a superhero movie at a 775. What were they paying people in pennies? What is this?
I'm just saying, Bridgerton made more money than Morbius. So
and it cost more. Like they didn't pay enough people.
Maybe it's a passion project, y'all.
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah. I just think we need to cancel Jared Leto. He's a terrible person.
I mean, we've generally established.
So we've established that. But anyway, Sony movie. So this was kind of expected. Voodoo, you're so right.
Okay, wait, no. Trying to think of a good Sony movie, and it was. I mean, like, no, there are other good Sony movies. Like, don't get me wrong, but in the Spider-Man universe, they haven't done.
In this universe, yes.
They have
the best part was that you were trying to think of some, and nothing came to mind.
Right.
Uncharted. Uncharted was considered really good. Yeah. I mean, it was good. It wasn't like it wasn't.
Yet.
It's not a Marvel, you know.
It's not a Marvel movie, sure, but it was an entertaining experience. Unlike what apparently Leto was.
Don't forget to like, comment, share, make your friends our friends. I realized I forgot to mention it before we kicked off the show, so put the banner up just to like give you subliminal messages or non-subtle messages.
Oh, okay, that works too. Okay, and then on the poop train, we're going to continue on. Fantastic Beasts: The Secrets of Dumbledore got a 4 out of 10 by IGN. It is, people are saying, just wretched, which is sad because, you know, I like Harry Potter and
me too.
Succeed, but like,
I really haven't been able to get into those at all, though. Not like even before this one. I tried to watch the first and second one like 5 times and kept falling asleep, got distracted. Like
I was able to watch the first one and I liked Newt Scamander, but it never drew me to watch the second. Like nothing about, like Newt's story felt done to me, and I'm like, cool, I don't need any more. Newt has done the thing that he expected to do. Exactly. And then suddenly I'm like, what? Why am I doing
Why am I watching this?
Yes.
Why are you making more of
Harry
this?
Potter?
Well, and apparently this is more about spoilers, but whatever. Goes more into Dumbledore's relationship with Grindelwald and that he likes men. So that it's like they had to make a movie to prove that, and it's like that's just. I feel like the real J.K. Rowling fell into like a wormhole, and then we got spat out like the wrong J.K. Rowling.
Did the mirror universe? Do we have? Has anyone checked to see if they have if she has to shave a goatee on a regular basis?
I don't know.
Possibly.
I mean, could it be mirror universe J.K. Rowling is my main question.
Yeah,
so
I thought that's where you were going with that.
Yeah.
That's basically where. Yeah,
it's unfortunate. Okay, so my last bit of news, I'm going to go quick because I don't want to take away Bobby's time. So we have Unreal Engine 5. If you're a gamer, you know what that means.
Wow.
A lot of games use Unreal Engine 5. It's openly sourced and available to all. It's very non-biased. It costs a lot of money to use, but it is open. So we saw the first evidence of Unreal Engine 5 with the Matrix game that was free. That wasn't a real game, but it was like a flex of sorts. So we just got news that we're going to get a new Tomb Raider game, and it will be on Unreal Engine 5 as well as a slew of other games that are now working on Unreal 5. So that I think that's really great. There's a demo.
That's smart.
I know, so smart. There's a demo out of what it looks like. It's on YouTube. It's called the Cavern Cinematic Test, and it's just to show off the capabilities of the engine, but it's just like we're living in the future. It looks so real. So very exciting stuff.
Absolutely. I'm finally feeling like games are starting to actually use the amount of hardware that we've put in the latest set of consoles.
Exactly. And to answer Rick here, Not near enough people for even reason. My husband watched an episode and he said that was boring.
Oh, I have not.
That's unfortunate.
He was like, I watched it without you because I knew you wouldn't care. And I was like, you're right. I don't care. And that's really sad. But especially because it costs so much money. It's a slow burn. Apparently, it's very slow and emotional. And also we see Master Chief has a face. And
that's no, you don't do that.
Yeah, and
don't do that.
Cortana looks not very cool.
Cortana, yeah.
So
there's that.
It's going nowhere. Yeah, that's what my husband said.
Yeah, that's why it's so funny. We did have poop news this week, huh?
Yeah. But
just
there's
sadness.
Hope. Just sadness. There's hope for one more thing.
Some hope?
Some hope for all. I don't know if you've seen the Sherlock Holmes movies that Robert Downey Jr. did with Jude Law, like 10 years ago.
Yeah.
Guy Ritchie
hasn't, and if you haven't, what are you doing wrong with your life?
Exactly.
No spoilers because it's been a while.
It's been a while.
But
also,
it's so good. I love those.
The book has been out forever. So
yeah, right.
But we are getting more of that universe. We're getting a Sherlock Holmes TV universe from Robert Downey Jr. It will be on HBO. And it's a spinoff. It's so exciting. I love it.
It's so good.
Yeah, pretty cool.
You're right. There is hope.
There's been a lot of really fun concepts in the Sherlock Holmes universe. I felt criminally undervalued that the Baker Street Irregulars didn't get more love than it did, because the Baker Street Irregulars are awesome. And then fantasyify that was a really cool concept. But yeah, no, this is sick.
Really quick, so we also would like to give some good wishes, send out positive vibe to Tim Ryans, who's a friend of Tales from the Geek and a friend of Comics Price Guide and of Rick. So we're thinking about you, and we're sending positive vibes your way.
Absolutely.
Thinking about you.
Thank you very much for being part of our lives. I have here my last piece of news. I don't know if you heard about this, but the CGC scale, it goes to 10.
Yeah.
That's a 1.8. Okay?
Wow.
You don't see a lot of these get, graded because they're generally not worth anything. But that is Batman #1. That's the first appearance of the Joker. This is the first time Batman hit his own, series. Not his first appearance. That was Detective Comics. But, this was the big deal. This is a 1.8. This recently just went on auction for $177,777.
Dang, 1.8 was for that much?
Yeah, for a 1.8. There are
insane.
Higher quality copies of this out there. Not a lot, and they are in very private collections, and it is unlikely they will see the light of day anytime soon. But they exist.
Wow.
That's amazing.
That's crazy.
This is double the price.
Did you buy that book, Bobby? Did you buy the book?
I don't know what you think I do for a living, but both of you make more money than me. Let's be straight honest.
We will do a pool. We're going to do...
the three of us. Yeah, we'll make that happen.
Equal parts. We can totally make it happen.
We actually probably could, honestly, at that rate. But... the other important thing is that this is actually double the price of what this same comic went for last year. There is a lot of money. There's a lot of money going into comics in the Golden Age era type stuff right now. So if you somehow have one of those out there in your collection, you might want to dust it off and see if you really need it anymore.
And put it in some plastic.
Yeah, if you don't have it graded, get it graded, please. Anything Golden Age should be graded at this point, honestly. But anyways, I have actual real comics from this week, not just comic collecting news. It's a delight, but we're going to start it off with... Are they up? There we are, The Marauders. This is actually our season 2 of the Marauders series. I think the Marauders are great. They're a lot of fun. If you don't know what the Marauders are, they're basically Krakoa's pirates, and they sail the planet going around the world, basically going, is there a mutant being abused somewhere? We will find them. We will save them. They come back to Krakoa. We are the mutant refugee rescue services. Captain Kitty Pryde honestly looks fantastic in her pirate outfit.
Legit.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah, but her crew is not yet complete. She is being forced and must put on a final marauder who is Cassandra Nova. Basically, Charles Xavier's evil twin. If you didn't know she existed, that's because she hid herself very well for a long time. But she is evil. Very, very evil. And very much his twin. So she has almost all of his powers. But Kitty's gonna need her to solve a mystery stretching 2 billion years back into the past. And we do have a young bishop on that crew. Along with, it looks like Draken, and there's Psylocke, a couple of other characters who, off the top of my head, I can't recognize. But that's X-Men. That's X-Men canon. It's not like I can ever figure out who's everybody. But yeah, these are really fun. And then next up, another series coming from the various Spider-Verses. We have Spider-Punk.
My gosh, I love this so much.
Spider-Punk is great. Spider-Punk is
one. I feel like I'm in high school again.
Yeah, Spider-Punk is one of my favorites. He is the anarchic Spider-Punk. He is set to protect Earth 138 with an axe in his hand and his chaotic band of punk rockin' heroes.
Hell yeah.
Norman Osborn is dead, but will the chaos he created be too much for Spider-Punk and his gang to handle? We've got Cody Ziegler, who did a line around on Amazing Spider-Man, bringing up a new series, which is the first arc is called Banned in DC. Banned in DC. And I'm guessing they mean Washington instead of the noble competition.
Okay.
I was like, opposition.
Pretty funny,
crossover episode.
I know, right? There was looking at it, I'm like, man, that was a good pun to put in there. That was a really good pun.
Pretty slick.
That's pretty funny.
Next up, we have Dynamite Comics, Project Superpowers, a new miniseries coming from them, Fractured States. Project Superpowers is a deep universe, but it's got a lot of detailing about, patriotism and the military-industrial complex and what it means to be a superhero within the confines of, a country, basically.
Right.
We're gonna wake up as an amnesiac in an underground bunker and discover that the U.S. doesn't exist anymore. Global warming and nuclear war fractured us into multiple nations who are vying against each other. The Black Terror, who is one of the key figures of the Project Superpowers universe, is no longer one person. He is a symbol, a revolutionary, trying to rebind these people together. And then somebody is out murdering all of the heroes. And who is this amnesiac? Does his waking up bring salvation or doom? Who knows? We're going to find out. Yeah, absolutely weirdness happening here. So I'm excited to see where this goes. A lot of fun to be had in this universe, but also kind of a dark tales to be had as well. But next up, we have Batman Beyond Neo Year. So Neo Gotham is alive, and it, Bruce Wayne has passed by, not so, natural means. It's rejected Terry McGinnis as the Batman and has tried to, destroy him. And Terry has said, "Nah, I am the Batman. This is my city, and I am the protector. And you can do whatever you want and reject me all you like. I'm here, and I'm gonna stay here to win." And so now Terry is gonna have to be the Batman without Bruce Wayne behind him in his ear helping him out. It's the new year for Batman Beyond. It's going to be interesting to see where this goes.
Very interesting.
Yeah, and then next up we have Earth Prime. And if you don't know what this is going to be a series, an anthology series, focusing on comics from the CW small screen universes. So that's Legends of Tomorrow, Arrowverse. This is Batwoman is our first storyline in our first issue. But, all of the various different stories that CW has been doing, they're going to show up here. So a lot of fun to be had in this kind of fun story. This first one is going to have, Batwoman trying to contain the new villains popping up in Gotham. But Clayface manages to attach himself to a high schooler. Batwoman's going to need some help from an unexpected source to be able to take care of it. Yeah. All right. Next up, this one isn't.
Click the button.
This one isn't technically a mature title, but it's a little dark. So I just warn people ahead of time, and then after that, I've got nothing but mature titles for the rest of the show. Just so you know. Anyways, we have Alice Ever After. Return to the Wonderland in this twisted sequel by superstar artist and writer Dan Panosian, who has done Canary and An Unkindness of Ravens. This is also, if you like Murkia and Dolfo's Mercy and Luna, this is going to be real fun. But basically, Alice visited Wonderland as a child. Now she's grown up and is going to escape back to Wonderland because her life is terrible. She can't get there in the normal weens. She'll need something stronger than the mushrooms to change her size. So she's going
ketamine. I'm just kidding.
She's forced to resort to crime to feed her growing addiction. So maybe just saying. Will Alice choose to escape from her uncaring family and childhood trauma in Wonderland, or find the courage to face her demons in the real world? I don't know. Nice call, B. That was perfect.
I'm glad. She also, please tell me, she looks like Taylor Swift.
I know, right? Something about it. Just like, I've always found the Wonderland universe very interesting, but I also like this, analysis of it of like, this is a drug addiction.
Yeah. I don't know if you've gone and rewatched like Alice in Wonderland, like the Disney one as an adult, but you're like,
oh yeah,
this is really not cool.
There's
a lot of problem to do to a
lot
small
more references
child
than you remember as a child.
A lot more.
Yeah,
also, like
absolutely.
as a child, the whole clam, walrus.
Oh, yeah.
I'm traumatized.
Yeah, I didn't get any of that.
Cry. Yeah, it's insane.
And then there's the caterpillar, who's just like the most terrifying opium den.
Yeah, he's on opium.
Yeah.
So it's like there's shrooms, opium, and then why not ketamine? That's what I'm saying.
Exactly.
Probably are.
Anyways, next up we have The West of Sundown. This is Hammer horror and literary monsters meet in a western boomtown. A young country still determining its monsters. They cheered and swooned while she spit the blood of one of their own back into their faces. This is the story of Constance de Arbend, her loyal assistant Dooley, and her needs to escape New York and return back to her place of her death in the New Mexico sands. And instead of it being a lonely stretch of natural wilderness, it is now the beginnings of a western boomtown, which is filled with all sorts of monsters. It is a western tale of survival, starring a cast of literary horrors from the minds of Tim Seeley and Aaron Campbell, and drawn by Jim Terry. And if you are not understanding why this is important, Tim Seeley is the writer of Hackslash. Aaron Campbell is the writer of Infidel and Hellblazer, and Jim Terry has done the art on Vampirella and Indio. So pretty much horror top of the line here, having fun in the Wild West. So I'm excited to see where this might go. And as always, one thing I can do that's horror is the horror comic, so I'm picking this up as soon as possible. A lot of fun to be had. I'm excited to see where this goes. Next up, we have The Joneses. So this is going to be coming out of the stories of the Resistance, which was a story written by JMS, John Michael Straczynski, if you don't know who I'm talking about. Which basically said there was a massive global deadly pandemic, massively deadly pandemic, which killed many people, and then several thousand people from the world then gained superpowers. The Joneses is a suburban family who has gained superpowers, and they are now reborns. But the world is starting to embrace fascism born out of fear, so the Joneses have to discover if they will keep a low profile and hide in plain sight, or use their powers for good and risk exposure.
Oh.
Yeah. I'm excited to see where this might go.
Tale as old as time.
Indeed, right? Yeah.
It just looks like it'd be like a magazine in my doctor's office.
I know, right? It's just it looks just perfectly delightful.
Yeah. Cleaning up some leaves out front. So
and just offside of this, you see a giant police cordon and probably snipers trying to, probably. Yeah. Anyways, and then finally, coming out of Red 5, we have 78 miles per hour. Earth is no longer what it used to be. An environmental catastrophe has transformed the atmosphere from, life-giving to a giant magnifying glass. And a nuclear disaster has managed to slow down the speed of rotation of the planet. So anyone that moves slower than 78 miles per hour will not escape the scorching sun. So only a small group of people were able to survive in this new world by constantly moving in a huge rolling city, never stopping. It's Snowpiercer.
I was going to say.
But a desert instead of,
It's Mad Max meets Speed meets
Snowpiercer. Yeah. It's crazy. I'm very intrigued by how this will work and what it really will be about. But I find pretty much anything that comes out of Red 5 Comics to be pretty much something I will give a decent shot to. So much, even though it sounds fairly like a tropey kind of storyline, I'm intrigued to see what'll happen with it anyways. So, yeah, I'm excited. But those are our comics these new comics this week. So yeah.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, we did it. Got some good news, got some good comics, and we go live at 7:25 on Tuesdays. We're gonna miss you next week, Bobby, but you're gonna be having a good old time. So it's all right.
Yes, I'm out of town.
Me in the fort without you.
Yeah, but I'll see everyone the week after, and it'll be a lot of fun.
Yes, awesome. Yeah. Well, we will see you all next week, 7:25 on Tuesday, Central Time. Voodoo says, another banger of an episode. Thank you, Voodoo.
Thanks, Voodoo.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you all for joining us. You highlight our week. We enjoy our
Tuesdays,
so we will see you next week.
Talk to you later. Bye-bye.
Bye.